السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مقعيق وخليف محمود. maanta halkan waxaan ku qabanay program aad u fiican oo program dhalinyarada iyo booliisku ay su'aalo isweydiinayaan sida macnaha dhalinyaradu ay su'aalaha ay qabaan u weydiin lahaayeen booliiskuna uu kaga jawaabi lahaa si fiican ayay arrintaas u dhacday. su'aalo badan bay weydiiyeen oo aad xasaas u ah oo qalbigooda ka gooxayay waana looga jawaabay. insha Allah waxa kale oo qabanay program kale oo nin ka tagay shaqada oo ciidamada kamid ahaa asna oo programkaas lagu qabtay meesha oo program kale oo ka dambeeyay si fiican baa arrintaas ayana u dhacday. hadiyad ayaan guddoonsiinay si macnaha community-yaasha oo dhan ayaa isugu yimid magaalada. waxaa yimid booliiska ninkii xukumay qolada consulka timid marka maasha Allah arrin aad u fiican baan ka dhacday. programkan insha Allah waa wadi doonaa quarterly sanadkiiba macnaha 3 bilood baan dhigi doonaa. waxaan jecelnahay in cuqdada iyo sababta ay dadku ay macnaha isku fahmi la yihiin community-ga iyo booliiska in bridge loo sameeyo si dhalinyarada iyadu ay u noqdaan kuwa shaqada qabta oo macnaha naga qab macnaha buuxiya kaalinta community u baahan yahay dawladda iyo booliiska.
To say sorry for the delay. I know we were meant to do this an hour ago. We were waiting for, expecting actually a lot of people to attend, but I think because of the weather and holiday, people decided to go elsewhere and make the most of it. So yeah, I'd like to welcome you guys to this event. As you guys can see, we've got the police involved. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. I know when you guys watch movies, you see stuff. I can promise you, those stuff is fake. It doesn't happen here. It doesn't happen here. So I'd like to welcome the police. If I can just ask them to just give them a quick introduction of what they do and why they are police officers. And then I would pass on to Khalif, who is the chairman of SOP, and then Abdi, who is the project manager. I'd just like to pass on to Khalif, who will do another introduction.
Good afternoon, hello everyone. I would like to say welcome to question time for the program. So sorry for delayed. I'm sorry for all families they go on holiday, so it's holiday time. So I promise you next time it will be wider bigger audience. So I would like to introduce Abdi, who will explain it for everything.
Okay, thank you. For me, I don't need the microphone, so my voice is enough, I think. Yeah, welcome everyone, and really, as my colleague said, it was we expected more than this, but I think this holiday we get a lot of apology on the phone calls, but as our program in the question time, normally we start with our project and the program was quarterly, yearly, every quarter to do this kind of program, and also to building about how our community, especially young people, how they understand what is the police is and how the police work and what's the work of the police, and also about the barrels. But normally, I think it was the miscalculation about the time, and also it was holiday time. As you know, I think in August when we were doing was more than this, but as Khalif said, respect for coming back again for this program, middle of April or March next year, 2022, and I hope that time is going to be even not locked down and expecting more people and our program. As I'm just starting a little bit about what's our program for the question time. The question time program we started, I think, and as Richard knows, almost 2017. So, and the aim about the question time was how we just building for the relationship with our community and the local government, especially TFB, Police. So the idea was at least how we can just prepare it for our young people to understand what the policing is, how they're going to be a part of the policing and recruiting and all these things. So that is where it's really coming from. And we see, at least from the first time when we done for the question time, a lot of positive way. And also to know each other, our local officers and the young people. And we would like to continue. I would like to also say thanks for Richard, who is really started with me this program for 10 years ago. And Somali Outreach Project, it was where we started was I think 2010, and our main issue and our program was at least to building for the whole community more understanding about how they're going to live and how they're going to be part of their life in all things. So I would like to say thank you and thank you for your time, and I hope we're going to be continuing with this kind of the program. So I'm welcoming for Jen to at least, to at least, say something, and then we start about how the issue policy and young people who have the question, and after that we start our question time. Thank you everyone. Jen.
Thank you. I just want to say as well, it doesn't matter how many people are here. The fact you guys showed up, I think that's awesome. And so it's still going to be a great question time. And if you all go home and talk to 5 people about this session, so parents or anybody else you have at home or friends, just about anything positive or any thoughts that are left behind after meeting everybody today, then we've extended the impact of this session. So I think that if you could all do that for us, that would be marvellous. So thank you. But that was a good idea initially about asking the officers about their role and what they do, because you might notice that they're wearing different colour shirts and they have different equipment. So do you have any questions about or understand why there might be different colour shirts there, for instance? You know, yeah.
Maybe because they got different roles to do something like that.
So like if you might be the microphone guys.
Yes, give it them.
Your voice is one voice down, yeah? Okay.
Su-aasha weydii
Because maybe
magacaaga ku bilow.
different roles.
First you say your name,
Oh.
and then
My name is Sahar, and my question is that maybe because they have different roles and they do different stuff from all the police officers, maybe.
Okay.
Go on, yeah. Oh no, I'm
Okay.
loud enough.
That's okay.
I'm sure they can. Sure you can hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have different uniforms for different roles that we do. So we are, well, myself, Naz, and John. We're all police officers. So we are a full police officer. Dave is a police community support officer. So he has a slightly different role with us in the fact that he has slightly different powers of what he can do within the role of policing. Sadly, Dave can't arrest people. Whereas we can. Dave doesn't carry all the equipment that we've got. He's got a radio, but he doesn't carry handcuffs or a baton. Naz is a special one because she's also got a taser, which she's been specially trained to use, which is there as a use of force for anybody that really seriously doesn't want to do what we are asking them to do. I'm sure Naz can explain at some point about a taser because I don't have one. I want one, but they won't give me one. That's beside the point. But yeah, we do have slightly different roles within the community. Dave, as a police CSO, a police community support officer, he's very much about engaging with the community, building that rapport between the members of the public and the policing world, and break down some of those barriers. And because he hasn't got the powers of arrest and detention, people will trust Dave a little bit more in certain circumstances. He can get more information shared between himself and the community. But we as police officers, we also do the same, but we also are able to do a little bit more about those that are doing the wrong. So we've got the powers where we can detain somebody, we can arrest somebody, we can bring them into custody if they need to go into custody, if they've done something bad enough.
And the visibility side of things, because everything my colleague says is true, but on top of that, the fact that I won't be going around arresting people or getting involved in any sort of lengthy issues means that I'm more able to remain visible, because as soon as one of my colleagues arrests somebody, they're going to lose most of the day in dealing with that. Whereas that won't happen with me. I'm pretty much always there. So that's sort of our main role, really, the visibility side of things. People who talk to us, they're not zooming around in cars, or they're not disappeared for most of the day. So yeah.
Did you have a question?
Yeah. Have you ever been like attacked while like trying to arrest someone or detain someone?
Me personally, no. I've done this 20 years there nearly, and I've never been assaulted. Touch wood. I've never been attacked by somebody, and I've probably been a little bit lucky. That doesn't mean to say that I haven't been in a position where I've had to deal with violent people or anything like that. But no, myself, I haven't. I don't know whether my colleagues have, or whether they can share anything different.
No, really, the same as you, to be fair, Andy. No, I've obviously dealt with violent people, violent prisoners, but in general, the majority of time when people are under arrest, they kind of understand they're under arrest, and then they start to calm down a bit. So, no, from my perspective, I'm afraid, which is a good thing.
But it does happen, and we are in a job that is a dangerous job, and we do face challenges every day with people that either don't want to do what we want them to do, or have done something that they shouldn't have done, and they don't want to be detained or arrested for it. So yeah, it does happen sadly, but I'm one of the lucky ones that it hasn't happened to.
Has anyone else got a question?
Anyone else? Anyone?
Yeah, but it doesn't.
He wants a
There's
job,
no
doesn't
such
he?
thing as a silly question. Either. I just want to put it out there.
Ask any question you want.
Yeah.
Don't be
Yeah,
afraid.
go on then.
Have you had like special training for like what does like the police training have? Like what does it train you to do? Like do you have like special like tracks you need to crawl and stuff? Like, you know, like in the military.
Yeah, not quite. When I joined up 20 years ago, we had what's called an intensive course where we went away for 15 weeks, and we learn pretty much everything about law. So we need to know law about crimes. We need to know how to look after ourselves. So although we don't do assault courses, climbing through tunnels and things like that, we have to do what's called officer safety training. So we need to learn how to defend ourselves. We need how to tackle the offender on the street if they are aggressive and violent. We need to learn how to do handcuffing safely, because it's not pink and fluffy ones, they are rigid metal ones, and we need to make sure that when we use them properly, and we don't injure or damage our suspect as well. We need to learn how to talk to people, because our job is probably around about 90% of talking to people. And that's probably the biggest thing that I can share with you more than anything else in this policing world, is that if you can talk to somebody, you can get to most places without having to fight somebody. That's probably why I've never been involved with something nasty against myself, because I can talk to people. I'll talk to people until I'm bored to tears. But if I can talk somebody down from an aggressive situation, then it's much better than me going rolling around on the floor fighting with them. We both come out as a bit of a winner. So you learn how to engage with the community, how to talk to people, how to get the best out of it. And then after you've done your 15 weeks training, you are still learning. Every day is a school day. Even now after 20 years, I'm still learning new things, because they change things, they change laws, we get new ones come in. So yeah, it's constantly learning. So it's a long old process, but it's a good one.
Okay.
Anyone else have any question?
How would you like tackle someone if they were like being aggressive?
The first way is that you talk to them. Me personally, you try and calm them down. You've got these things in front of you that are called hands, and you do lots of arm gestures. And look, calm down, just sit down and calm down. And you do that. And if they don't want to, then you have to up the ante a little bit. But just being careful about not aggravating them too much. We have such thing as a spray, which is a captive spray, and you spray that in somebody's eyes and it makes you cry, and it disorientates you, and it fogs your eyes up and makes you tearful, and you can't see what's going on. And that gives you the power then if they really don't want to comply, to put them off balance, and you can get control of them while they're trying to work out what's going on. If that doesn't work, as I said, Naz has got a taser, and if there's anybody here that doesn't know what a taser is, please put your hand up.
Don't be afraid.
You'll know what a taser is?
Yeah.
Good. Has anyone been tasered?
With my fingers, yeah.
Have you?
By someone else's fingers, so I'm like, on the rib.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure it feels maybe a little bit.
So the next stage up is a taser, which is another form of paying compliance to get somebody to comply with what you're wishing to do, and that can be used as well. So you basically go through the sequence of going up the ante to make sure that you can get some compliance. But talking is the best way. It doesn't always work, but that's the starting point.
Okay, Ibrahim. Any question?
Not on me at the moment. Actually, yes, I do actually, thank you.
Okay.
It came to mind. In terms of, it's a very sensitive question, I want to know, like, in terms of Milton Keynes specifically, what is the rate in terms of, like, which is very sad, just as well as with other communities, the Muslim number of people in jails? Just want to know about that statistic roughly, which is a very... Sorry.
I was thinking about that as well.
Okay.
The number of Muslim community that are actually in jail at the minute?
Yeah, locally in Milton Keynes, yes. I just want to know the statistic roughly.
If I'm honest, I really wouldn't even know where to start or what the answer to that is. I don't even know where to find the answer. And I'll look to some of my learned colleagues on the other side.
Yes.
We keep data on hate crime, so those that have been victims or perpetrators of hate crime. And we work very closely and collaboratively with Muslim communities that are far-reaching in Milton Keynes. But in terms of data on prisons, someone who's committed a crime, for instance, in Milton Keynes might not go to prison in Milton Keynes. The prisons are all... there's different security measures depending on what the stipulations of their prison sentence is.
Yeah, of course.
So I don't know, but it's a really, really good question. And if it's something you're...
I'm a youth worker.
I do know that in the prison community as a whole, and I can't speak for Milton Keynes, but in prisons as a whole, black Africans and Caribbeans are more likely to go to prison than in the white community. I think Asian people slightly more likely, Chinese much less likely. Now, I can't give you the exact figures, but and I can't say how many of those would be Muslim. But in most prisons, for instance, in HMP Wood Hill, they have 3 imams, I think. I think it's 3 imams who volunteer to go to the prison, so they must find it worth their while. And, I have met the team that deal with offenders, so there will be a proportion of Muslim prisoners.
It's like you said, they go in different ones. So young people, because I used to work in Aylesbury, the youth offending prison. So there was quite a lot of Muslims in that youth offending prison when I used to go. So I don't have the stats, but you can find that out. It's usually the prisons have that, or if you Google it, I'm sure there's something on the government website that tells you all this information. But it's like Jenny said, it depends on how severe the crime is. So you go to different prisons across the country.
There will be data on it somewhere.
There will be data.
What was your interest? You said you're a youth worker.
Yes, so I deal with kids regularly. The ones you see around, some of them, I do different activities, positive activities, just to keep them engaged, keep them involved in positive, and try and channel them in a positive direction, try and empower them to the best of my ability, to try and empower them to have the skills and to be basically productive citizens in the country, and to be...
Sounds like you're doing wonderful things.
Yeah, so I don't want, that's the reason why I asked that sensitive question, just to know, generally speaking, how the community in general...
It's a very good question.
Very good question. And we that should be known by somebody. There will be data in it somewhere. If I ever come across anybody that's a prison specialist, I'll remember you.
Thank you very much.
Has anybody here actually visited a prison? I don't suppose.
No.
Yes.
Only me, I think.
We don't want to know why.
Yeah, please. I've visited a couple times, but not the thing. Yeah.
Strangely enough, I actually visited the one in Wood Hill because I used to go to Hazley. We did a trip there. It was. Don't ask why. I don't even know why.
Yeah.
It was fascinating.
Yeah. Somebody I met at the Black History Month exhibition a couple of weeks ago, Laverne, somebody, he recently, just last week, went to Wood Hill as part of what he does. He mentors young people, and they invited him in to talk to the inmates, and he said it was very inspiring.
Sahal.
Have you ever got into like a car chase before?
Yes. Not recently, but yeah, I've had a few car chases in my time. A bit of an adrenaline buzz, but yeah, sometimes we win, sometimes they win. There's no easy answer to it, but yes, I've had a few car chases, and I'm sure we all have.
And do you get taught to car chases?
We go on a driving course. So because we have cars with blue lights and sirens, we have a 3-week intensive training course where we are trained to drive to excess speed limits and within the powers of the roads and pursue other vehicles.
And have very acute hazard perception, I suppose, because of everybody around. Terrifying.
What's the most common crime that is in Milton Keynes?
That's a good question, and I don't know what the accurate answer is. There's probably about 3 or 4 that are up on the tops of most common crimes. Shoplifting is going to be one of them because of the nature of it.
Question?
codka kor u qaad adeer mike u dib.
So the question was, has there ever been a police officer that's been arrested? Is that your question?
Abdi mike u dib dadka.
Sadly, yes, that has happened in the past. Yeah, it's never good. But police officers are also human and they do make mistakes as well. But it doesn't happen very often, thankfully.
Okay, udib mike Duale.
Okay. I think Ali.
Duale. Mr. Duale is from London.
Duale is one of the youth worker in London. He's been part of the Metropolitan in London. So we're working together. So welcome, Ali.
Duale.
Duale.
Thank you very much. I'm really sorry. My train has been cancelled twice from London, so that's why I'm a bit late. There's a lot of questions we have to the police. There's a number of Somali have been going to the prison. A number of things has caused this. Number one is the exclusions from schools. One particular borough of London in 2017, 70 Somali boys and girls have been excluded from that borough. 70 children, 70 students, 70 people were excluded from the schools. So the Somali boys, the Somali girls, has been experiencing very difficult for the last, I think, 15 years since the Islamic courts as a resident in Somalia. I don't know whether you know that. A number of Somali young boys and young girls has been refused to go back to Somalia. And as far as we know, Somalia had its 30 years of civil war. We lost almost 4 million people during this period for the last 50 years. We don't have a strong government. And as a result of that, we have a Somali youth is the highest incarceration in the UK. So how can we create a good relationship between the Somali youth and the police department? That's number one question. And also a number of Somali young men have been facing, discrimination, what's called stop and search. and how can we build a bridge between the police and the Somali youth?
Thank you.
Two questions I have.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you asking any question?
No.
Yes.
Question.
I think our experience is Richard. Maybe he can give that answer, Richard. Yeah. We have most experienced person.
So,
Richard can give some information about that.
Building bridges between the community and the police. I think the police officers can answer that probably better than I can. So I am going to ask to pass the baton over. But I think what's really important is that the police again are part of the community. If the police are not part of the community, there's no way you can build bridges. But what's really important is that the community is represented in the police as well. So more Somalis, please, joining the police, not just as police officers, but in every area. As community and diversity officers, as PCSOs. But I am going to ask if this is okay, Abdi. Yeah. I can see that there's something brewing in the background, which is beginning to worry me. Yeah, but I am going to ask if this could be handed over, after.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, Michael.
So, I don't need the microphone. Only going to just our question. We stop from there because we have also, as you might know. We have also other guests, and Richard is one of the really working with us the last 10 years. And Richard is really, I don't know how can I say thank you for what you've done so far in the community, the work we're doing, and really how we've been for all our relationship with TVP and our program for Somali Outreach Project, and where we started and where we are today. Really, we would like to say thank you. And Richard is last day of the CARO officer, the community diversity officer. So, and he's going to be going inpatient. So, what are we going to say, Richard? Thank you. Thank you. What you've done. We really appreciate that.
Make it Jamal.
Yeah. We don't know how to say thank you, but we make it for one certificate.
I can see all sorts of people in the background, including my wife and my son and my daughter.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the certificate.
قف عليك عبد قبا.
Yeah.
استاكده ودي صور صورة.
Really, we can say to you thank you about.
دينا كلو قدي.
Kind of upside down.
Upside down. That's yeah. صور كخط. Okay. Okay.
That's
done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know if you want to come down and see the faces, Richard, before I have a few words for you myself.
Yeah.
Did you want to come down, or unless everyone can squeeze up here?
Just come. For this.
Do you want to squeeze up here?
Yes.
Because I feel a bit awful that you can see all these familiar faces, but probably not every single one of them.
Abdi.
I don't know where to stand.
You might want to
Abdi. صورنا لو بان صورنا.
Can you just make this space?
صور sawirra loo baahan cabdi waxaan dadka dhan inay sawirro fil adigana qaad u dhib sawirra badan baan u baahannahay marka inay sawirro badan u baahannahay
Jen is coming there.
Okay.
It's coming.
I had genuinely thought that this was going to be a meeting with you guys, and it seems to be rather more than that.
And I felt awful all week. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I felt awful all week that you thought we'd not done very much for you, and I couldn't sleep at night. I'm so glad we're here now.
I've had some breakfast.
I know.
Already. I've had other presents, which so I'm a little bit stunned, to be honest. And
Okay, I'll say something because then you can go and chat and mingle, because it is a party, so you can. There's a little bit of food and there's time to spend. So you haven't got to be anywhere at 5. I think that was a lie on your children's account. But no, this was we couldn't let you go just with a breakfast. So I have a few words. And I have written down first things first. This is my. You must be special to me because this book is reserved for wedding and funeral speeches. So there's only weddings and funerals in here so far. So you are written down here in my special book because I always wanted to remember saying goodbye to you. And I've already cried this week already, so we can't cry. But I've been trying to recall how long we've worked together, and I've lost track. Not because it's a especially long time, but because, save for a pandemic, I've been really happy. Working with you is never dull or tedious. It's fun and it's motivating, and you bring energy into what you do. On a rare occasion that you feel under the weather, you apologise profusely that your energy is lacking, but you still bring more to the table than anybody I know. So I think somewhere in the midst of 4 or 5 years, I've never counted days nor whittled away months. Time has gone fast, or it's simply not been a currency to me, as I've just had a really good time. Together we've been brave, we've been strategic, we've been depended on, and we've sometimes been celebrated, and I'm going to miss being partners in crime. Richard, your career has not only been marvellous, but what stands out as most special is your compassion and time for others. It is rare to find this level of empathy in a person, and it is rare for a person to find good in others without exception. I think it has therefore been a privilege of mine to have been able to work alongside you and learn from you and fight crime, prejudice and hate with you. And you will always be one of my favourite people. And I know you love Shakespeare, as lots of your friends and family know. So I found something hopefully as apt in my interpretation. It gives me a staff of honour for mine age, but not a sceptre to control the world. And I think that you acknowledge and have confidence in all your experience, and everybody here has mentioned the insight that you bring. But actually, you just wanted to make a positive impact on the world, and actually you're just bowing out very gracefully and having done that. So I think a round of applause. The community actually wanted to buy you a present. So we did get you a present in the office, but I think it was Christine mentioned you wanted some LPs. So you have an incredible amount of LPs in there that have gift receipts individual for them, so you can take them back in exchange if they're not right. So I'll let you have a look at them in a wee bit. And I thought that was very apt for the community to bring music and diversity, because your music taste is very diverse. And then we also have very special. Is there a place called Richardstown in South Africa? I know there's a Simon's
I've been to
Town,
South
but
Africa, but I can't remember Richardstown.
the person that grew this, I'm sure she said she's from Richardstown. I meant to look it up, but it's a rose campion, and she says by next year, and it came from her ground, it will be up here, and then it's so you can remember everybody from all the communities that you've worked with. So I hope you choose a special spot in your garden, so it has lovely pink flowers eventually. And then I've also done a little goodbye book, and this is a little illustration from Tom Bullman there. And so everybody could not leave without putting some words out and take up a whole page, because it'd be a shame to have half an empty book. So even if you write really big, but just take this book and then write some lovely words so that Richard, our wise owl, can remember you all, but he won't forget you easily anyway. Yes, I think that's everything from me. Unless anybody else wants to say anything very quick.
Am I expected to say
No,
something?
you don't.
The only thing I would say, there's a Richards Bay in the toll.
That's it. Yes, that's where she was from, and I thought, how apt. Thank you.
Right, I'm a little bit stunned, I've got to say, and well, in fact, totally stunned, and I don't really know what to say. I saw people kind of coming in. You've been planning this all the time, and yeah, I just do not know what to say, and that's kind of rare for me, really. Then I saw my wife, my children, my grandchildren coming in. I thought, what is going on? So thank you very much. It's been an honour to serve with Thames Valley Police, and I will miss it, but it's time to move on. And I know it's time to move on, and I've no doubt that there'll be other things that I will do, which will mean that I'll keep in touch with all you guys. And I've got lots of plans for the future, though I'm not quite sure what they are yet. It's a door closes, new doors open. There's going to be an exciting road ahead, and yeah, but it's been great the last few years. I've really enjoyed it, and no doubt I'll miss it, but I'll find other things to do. I've been asked quite a lot today, what are you going to do? I'm certainly going to train to do some restorative justice work, but I'm going to spend more time with my family, which will be fantastic. As for the records, brilliant idea.
That was by Claire. She had to sneak a chat. Yeah.
And whoever arranged all this?
It was me and Abdi. Yeah. In fact, I rang Abdi the day after we had a meeting here, and I said, "What a great idea!" And you'd had exactly the same idea.
Middle of August, the last.
You've been planning it since then.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Absolutely.
That's what I was
That's
so
what
surprised.
really said. You know what? Say it at least because we know for 29 is the last day, and also the last day of our program. So that's why really we said, which day is the best day? 29. Yeah.
Okay.
The idea was that I was going to come along, talk, join in the conversation.
Absolutely.
And then that was it. Off I go.
Yeah. Okay. So if you don't mind, what we could we make it for one picture for the Richard, for all of us, if that's possible. So we try to just at least to squeeze and then
you can
make
wear a face mask if you want.
If you want, you
face mask.
Face mask or.
Okay, just will you take that one, please? The table. Yeah. Okay.
Abdi, you're probably better off just getting Richard to stand here and take
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah.
That way, yeah.
Rather
We all just sit on them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah. Okay.
Which the best we can make it for the picture this way?
Yeah, so
should we just
you'll
all
see
sit
everyone if Richard's
here?
in front.
And then maybe one of these young men would give Richard their seat.
Take a picture.
You're wearing that for night out shift.
1 second.
It's a young policeman.
Yeah. Come.
Let me get that dirty old thing off.
Flash on your
Done.
Yeah, that's good.
Right, no, you're doing a job now. I don't want it back.
So thank you.
These focus, they do like this, they got their head. What is that?
Don't touch. Why interesting way like this?
How
can't find it. But
Yeah, you can tell because obviously you got these things for, because that's such a
not enough chance.
I think it's a bit overwhelmed. You know when you can't register everyone's faces as well? Oh no, they're trying to understand this. Oh, that's
He's got photo.
Yeah. Where's the photo?
I sent it to him.
No, send me for Yasin.
Oh, you see? I don't have his number.
Send me.
My wife has studied at college for the last 3 years now. He written down I've been there 13 years, so depth of well, I worked up from a TA all the way to head of arts, and now I'm like, yeah, it's really fun clients, doing interviews, doing CVs as well, which that's really
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Ibrahim Duray. I'm the youth coach for the SOP project, Somali Outreach Project, which is an amazing charity supporting all sorts of communities across Milton Keynes and across elsewhere. We are at the moment having a winter program as we speak, where the kids have come, youth from our local community, doing indoor activities, outdoor activities, having a range of discussions and workshops to empower our young people and to educate them and to help them to be well-rounded, strong, great British citizens from their community. So we've done amazing stuff. I'm really passionate and very happy that I'm a part of SOP, a Somali Outreach Project, doing whatever I can to help and to nurture the next generation. And we look forward to doing so much more like this in the future. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
What do you think about the next generation who live Somalis live in the UK?
How do I see the next generation? The way I see the future, if we continue with the projects and try our best as much as a community to work together for our children, for the next generation, and for our Somali community, Somalis, there's a great, bright future ahead of us.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. magacaygu waa Khaliif Maxamuud, Somali Outreach Project gudoomiyaheeda baalkii Jarmankeeda. Waxaan sameynay mashruuc ayaan bilownay Isniintii, mashruucaas oo ah dhalinyarada loogu talagalay winterka in qabowga macnaha iskuulka intuu xiran yahay ay u sameeyaan activity iyo barnaamijyo u sameeyaan. mashruucaas si fiican buu u socdaa. إن شاء الله وجمعهم دمانيا وحياة بدن أيام المسلمين بنقولوا وهلين ولل يجبروا سيدا قلب كعنت المسلمين أرتسكا وحياة سبورتس دبدا سبورتس كعياريان جودها هنا واحد كسمين يان برنامج شكل دون أو معناها أيها أيوش على استين وحن رجينا إن حسين دونتان إن شاء الله waxaan jeclahay inaan bulshada Soomaaliyeed oo degan Milton aan weysiiyo in samarka insha Allah 4 week oo ah in ay dhici doonto meeshan ka shaqeyn doono insha Allah. waxa kale oo aan maantay meeshan ku qabanay barnaamij kale oo ah dhaqanka ama heritage sida u taqaanaa macnuu dhaqanka ma aqaanaa dhaqanka waxa weeye waa wax barnaamij weyn ama waa mashruuc weyn mashruucaas oo ballaaran ayaan ku qabanay waxa interview laga qaaday ama dhaqankooda meesha ku muujiyay dad badan oo Soomaaliya oo wiilal iyo gabdho isugu jira ayagoo ka hadlaya dhaqankii aan hidaha u lahayn oo dalkii iyo markii dalkan la yimid sida qaabka ay macnaha uga falgaleen ama ay u fahmeen ama ay u arkaan iyo Milton oo ah magaalo yar oo curdana siday u arkaan inay macnaha dhaqankooda ugu muujin karaan. waxaan rajaynayaa Soomaalida Milton degan inay ka qayb qaataan mashruucaas oo mashruuc dhaqankeena aan ku muujinayno ilmaha soo kaliya maadaama 70% ay yihiin aan tusno dhaqankayaga inuu yahay dhaqan aad uga fiican dhaqamada kale oo dhan. waa mahadsantihiin.
Hi, my name is Andra Alexander. I work in antiques and vintage. I also volunteer for Milton Keynes Islamic Arts and Culture organisation. I'm here today to help run a heritage project looking at buildings and communities and the stories of migration from different communities to Milton Keynes. Visiting the Somali Outreach Project has been a really good insight into how a building like the Point, which has fought for its own survival, is now home to a community that has had to migrate from different parts of the world due to conflict, and what it is doing to enable young people, particularly from the Somali community, to have a resource, a central place where they can come, gather in safety, where they can learn different activities, where they can pursue recreational activities, play, It's a very cohesive environment to keep a community together, to have a central point to congregate, to share stories, and for the community to bond. Without that, it would be fractured. They wouldn't have a hub, a central place to maintain their own cultural identity and to support one another.
Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Asha. My profession is marketing, so I do automation for Xero, the company. I came here today to do an interview for the Islamic heritage and culture. The day's gone really, really well. It was amazing getting to know everyone's history and how they migrated and what they think of Milton Keynes as it stands. And I think it's a great opportunity for us Somali community to kind of help the younger children, getting them involved in a lot of other topics, which will be great for the future of Somali in Milton Keynes. Thank you.
Would you add any other, the entire community in Somalia who live in the UK?
Yes, in the UK as well. But I think the important bit is trying to make it stronger. So working in a specific area and building and so learning from a specific area such as Milton Keynes for the moment, understanding what the community needs, especially the young kids and the teenage boys, what they really need from us. And then once we understand a little bit more and then broadening it out to other cities in the UK, because I really do think us Somalis have a great opportunity here and also a great future for the kids, but the issue is I personally feel like we're not doing enough for the young generation at the moment, and we need to do more for our culture.
Any feedback about SOP?
I think it's great, but I think there's still it's a learning work, so there's still improvements to be made, which we are all working towards helping all the young kids and the community.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
Okay.
Thank you.